What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Immortal Gamer here. It's been a long time coming, man, getting this YouTube channel back up. I intend to, post more regularly now and just talk about games, regardless if it's shooters, action adventure, RPGs, indies. I just want to talk about games. But today we're going to be talking about Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7. We're going to go ahead and get into Black Ops Battlefield 6 and talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly with Battlefield 6 right now, based off of my experience with the beta. I will be the first one to tell you that Battlefield 6 exceeded my expectations, be it that the disappointment that in my opinion, with Battlefield 2042, this is a huge improvement from that game. And I recently just tried to go back to 2042 to do some of the challenges to unlock camos for Battlefield 6, and it's a night and day difference of improvement with Battlefield 6. But nonetheless, I'm going to talk about my experience. My experience overall was good. My overall review of the beta was about an 8.5. By no means is Battlefield 6 perfect. There's definitely some things that I would like to see improved, reworked, or expounded upon. Um, Classes, for example. For the most part, the classes felt okay, especially with engineer support and recon. But assault, that class almost kind of feels non-existent to an extent. And what I mean by that is assault is meant to be your front lines, and you have the least amount of ammo of all the other classes. And to have to be forced to rely on support to drop ammo is just kind of crazy. I would like to see them at least allow assault to have at least 150 to about 130 rounds instead of 62. I just think that's simply not enough, especially with how long at times it may take to kill someone. Even when you're hitting your target, it just seems very inconsistent at this point. And that's one of the things that I would like to see reworked. I don't know if it's a combination of netcode and the bloom system that Battlefield has, or if it's just simply the netcode. But gunfights seem inconsistent at times where you get the jump on somebody, you're hitting them, but they just melt you. And then sometimes you go around and you're killing people and it feels right. So I know Battlefield's notorious with for net code issues, dating all the way back to Battlefield 3 and to current time. But I would like to see them get that worked out prior to the release, so that way the net code for once can actually feel complete and solid. And I they got 2 months to do it, so I really hope that they can get that done, as well as making some adjustments to assault with ammo, balancing with some of the guns. Um, but overall, the guns felt really well. The movement felt really well. The game looked good. It performed fairly well for beta. I feel like they do need some more optimization in there, and I'm pretty sure that they'll definitely be working on that and getting everything, to where it needs to be for release. But overall, for the beta, it felt really well. My experience was really good overall. Um, in regards to the maps, I was kind of shocked that they didn't really showcase a large scale map, at least one of them, for us to get a feel of, Conquest being on a larger scale map. Even Conquest on the beta with the maps that were given did not feel as grand of scale as previous battlefields. So I would have liked to see them incorporate at least one large scale map instead of a lot of these maps that are about medium size but have a lot in it and a lot of buildings and things like that. But They say they have larger maps, coming at launch and stuff like that. So I'll take their word for it, and hopefully they're not just one or two. They can give us a variety of larger scale maps. In regards to the destruction, huge upgrade. It's a return to the previous battlefields with Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. In regards to levolution, I believe that's the destruction technique that they call it, is levolution. Um, it felt really good. It looked good. Um, it was impressive, and I'm just glad that it's back. Shout out to Vincent Pella, man, for continuing his vision with making great games, man, and just being that leader to get IPs honed in. Which, if, for those who don't know, Vincent Pella is the original head of Infinity Ward from back in the 360 days. He's the one that gave you OG Modern Warfare, OG Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. He's also the creator of Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, as well as Apex Legends. So he has a really good history with shooters. And so I'm glad that he has taken over with Battlefield. And you can definitely notice his vision and his attention to detail in Battlefield 6. And I think Battlefield 6 is much better for it. And I look forward to the future of Battlefield as a series now after my experience with the beta. As far as modes go, the modes themselves, domination in particular, conquest, they felt well. They flowed well. Um, it just kind of felt like the tanks and vehicles were kind of limited because of the maps themselves and the size of the maps. But even with that, I feel like the modes did flow very well. The two modes that I would say I feel like need to be worked on, and I really can't tell you exactly what I feel like they need to do, but it's breakthrough and rush, because rush did not feel like rush from back in the day. I don't know what it is, but hopefully they can, take the feedback from the beta, get those things lined out for the release as well. So that's about my experience with Battlefield 6. Like I said, I give it about a solid 8.5 for the beta experience, and I am looking forward to the official release of Battlefield 6. Now I kind of want to dive into Black Ops 7 and my opinions from what was revealed at Gamescom with the Call of Duty Direct and the showcase of the campaign, and some of the leaks that have released leading up to Gamescom as well and after, and kind of my where my mind is at with Call of Duty as a whole right now. So with Call of Duty, the past 4 years has, for me, really been a struggle to stay engaged with the game. My attention span for that game has gotten shorter and shorter, and it's great to play with friends. I enjoy that, but the game itself, man, makes it really hard for me to stick with it. Whether that be just the direction with operator skins, um, whether it be the flow of the game, the feel of the game, the maps just not being quite where they need to be. It's just an accumulation of a lot, and them kind of turning a cold ear to the consumers and what they want, and kind of just doing what they want to do. I feel like we support this game and have supported this game for so long that I don't think consumers are asking for a lot when it comes to improvements of the game. They're a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and we're still on 13 and 15 rate tick servers. That is insane. That is the same processing speed of servers from back in the 360 era on a game that has evolved to be much faster than the older games. I don't understand it. And now that they're under Microsoft, I would like to hope that they could use the Azure servers, which are far better than what they're using right now with Amazon, and they can improve those servers. I really do think it would go a long way with the feel of the game and the smoothness of the game overall. I really do. But with Black Ops 7 and seeing what I seen, I will say aesthetically, they nailed the Black Ops 2 aesthetic. And I like that. I really do. I like that. I think the guns look true to form to Black Ops 2, whether it be the Peacekeeper, and other iconic guns in Black Ops 2. I think they look really well. Um, but overall, the gameplay is the biggest concern for me when it comes to how the guns feel, how that 1v1, gunfight feels. Does it feel responsive? Do the guns feel good? Those are the biggest things for me. Does the game flow good? Whether it be for multiplayer or Warzone. Um, those are the biggest concerns for me as far as whether or not they can execute on a level to really hone in on the gameplay. The Omni movement, I'm a fan of the Omni movement. I don't mind the Omni movement, but I think it can get a little carried away depending on how they incorporate it. So it's going to be interesting to see how it feels and how that plays out with the beta. But I will say visually the game looks good. And I really do hope that they learn from the feedback of Black Ops 7 and they improve on what fans really want and expected from Black Ops 7 that they didn't get, and they incorporate it into Black Ops 7. And so for me, those are the biggest things for me that I'm anxious to see. I know that they're doing a Call of Duty next where they'll do a deeper dive into Black Ops 7. Um, and I will definitely be playing the beta. I can't say that I will be playing the game when it fully releases. I don't know yet. I really don't. Um, just because I just don't know if Call of Duty is willing to listen now. And I truly feel like it's going to take Battlefield 6 to come out and make some noise to get college's attention of, hey, we can't be complacent anymore. We have to do something moving forward because Battlefield 6, although may not be as big as Call of Duty overall, is definitely getting a lot of our consumers' attention. Competition is good for the consumer because it pushes these companies to have to do better. And that's all I ask for. Because when Call of Duty is good, it pushes Battlefield. And when Battlefield is good, it pushes Call of Duty. And having those two shooters releasing around the same time is imperative in order to get the best out of both companies. And so I hope that a lot of good comes from this, but I truly do feel that maybe Black Ops 7 and Activision, this may be the wake up call that they need to make the next games in the future better. As long as Battlefield continues to go the path that they're going, Activision can't ignore it. Nor can they continue to say they're too big to fail. No company is too big to fail. Even if you're your own worst enemy and you are the biggest enemy of your own self, at the end of the day, you could be, you could definitely be, that company that went from high to ultimate low. And a company that's complacent, bad things tend to happen. So at the end of the day, I really do hope these two companies uh, put their best foot forward for the consumers and they do right by the consumers and give us what we're asking for on a fundamental system level, whether that be the anti cheats. Consumers understand that cheating is an ongoing battle. We don't expect the game to never have cheaters, but you have to be effective in removing cheaters and making sure that it's hard for them to continue to do that to ruin the experience for those that are just wanting the game. And that goes for Battlefield and Black Ops or Activision as a whole. So for me, I'm hoping that Black Ops 7 proves me wrong on my expectations and it actually turns out to be good because I don't want Call of Duty to fail. I want Call of Duty to be good. So that's kind of my opinions on that so far. I'm gonna probably do another video going into more details about the leaks of Black Ops 7. Video's kind of getting long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you would like, subscribe, follow, give me your opinion about the video, your opinion about Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7, what you expect, what you're hoping for, what you're excited for in the comment section below. I appreciate it, and I'm out.